What's going on, everybody? It's your boy EJ, aka Dos Hendricks, and this is the Vibrations Podcast. And we got a special guest today, man. One of the hottest DJs in the whole city, man. DJ Polo Scott, my brother. How you doing today, bro?
What's good, bro?
How you living, man? You good?
Chilling, working.
Hey, look.
Free Friday.
I was about to say free
Fridays, June 26th.
It's coming up, man. Like, how you feel about that, man? You've been cooped up in the crib with quarantine. You ain't been able to be in your element, man. Like, how you feel?
I don't know. I think I'm grateful. It's everything, I'm nervous because I'm probably gonna be rusty. I don't know. I ain't DJ in front of a crowd in 3 months. I've been taking the time to just like cool out, collect myself, just change my lifestyle in general. Like I started eating better. I had got fat. I was partying too much, and I'm an athlete too. So like for me to be, I almost was like 300 pounds. So I wanted to make sure that I took the time to really, make it productive.
Yeah, no, and the most important thing really is health is wealth at the end of the day. Like, I think throughout this whole quarantine process, like, you have to find your way to better yourself, whether it's with DJing, promoting, eating better, reading books, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody needed a level up and just to calm down and just come back to reality with everything,
Right, yeah, like, because, the virus just kind of, like, set everybody down.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
And if you're not doing nothing while you sitting down like that, you lazy,
You say you was an athlete, man. You had hoop dreams?
Yeah, I played college. I played JUCO for a year or two. I redshirted my first year. I actually played in the city conference for fair school.
Yeah.
I played for Howard Pulley.
Okay, yeah.
For Minnesota gonna know.
No, Lowkey, you certified then. You Howard Pulley.
Before I gained this, I've been trying to get it back though. Just like working out, doing my, hitting the gym when I can since they opened them back up and all that.
Yeah, you said. I remember I asked you before this whole thing even started. You Fair High School, and when I read the application, like I didn't know what the hell that shit was. Like I didn't know where it was located, but I figured it was in the inner city, man. Like, what's Fair High School? Like, what happened there? How was your experience there? What was it?
Yeah, Fair is downtown. It's right off of 10th and Hennepin, and pretty much my experience was just like I had a bunch of black men around me who was just trying to guide me, and I was wilding. And that's just what it was. I mean, the school, it's an art school, so like we had programs like Beats and Rhymes. I don't know if people know Beats and Rhymes, but shout out to Beats and Rhymes because they taught me like how to produce. They put my first DJ controller I ever touched. I ain't even want to DJ because I thought DJ was like lame. Like I wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
And so, Fair gave me that opportunity. Like this is what Pro Tools is. This is how you record a song. This is what Photoshop is. And so, like, even today now, I use some of those things that I was taught there. Like, I make my own flyers. I'm 100% independent in all the parties that I do. Well, actually, I should take that back. Shout out Trend Cities. He do help me out. But for the most part, I try to keep costs down and stay independent. And I learned that skill in high school at Fair. And back then, I'm like, I'm just trying to get a grade. I'm just trying to be eligible so I can play ball. But now I'm like, I'm trying to make some money off of this, So I always appreciate that school.
And you mentioned a few of actually the bigger promoters in the city actually went to that school. You went to school with Cam, you went to school with YP, like you went to school with all of them. Like, how was their development along with you, like going from Fair High School to where you at right now?
I mean, well, like YP kind of came later. Like Cam, that's my brother. We was probably like 6th, 7th grade, and once we linked up, every day we was together. But Cam, he took off before all of us. Like we was trying to do a lot of stuff. We didn't know how to monetize. We knew people liked us, but we really, we was young, just trying to figure it out. We tried clothing lines, rapping, whatever we could do. And Cam was actually the first one. I think his dad was a DJ. I could be wrong, but his dad knew something about DJing. And Cam was the first one to start DJing. And I'm looking at it like I'm colder than him. Hold on. I'm like, and that's my brother though. But Cam didn't really hate. Like, the way that we set it up at first is you take care of the business side, and I would take care of the business, and then he'll go ahead and do his the actual show. Yeah. And after a while, I started playing around, like, starting to do it. And I asked him, like, I'm finna start doing it. He like, man, do your thing. And so after that, it just kind of, watching him, it just kind of took off. I started doing my own thing. Then I definitely wanted to make sure that I wasn't stepping on his toes. So when he went out with Lil Bibby and when he went out with my son and all that, that's when I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not stepping on nobody's toes in the city. Yeah. I don't want nobody to feel like I'm trying to steal jobs or anything like that, because I had money before DJing. So I'm like, how do I do this? And once he left, you just put in that work. It's just like hooping, playing football.
I mean,
Put in that work. You can do whatever.
Yeah, and I was when I was reading the application, it said in your shoes, you started from fair, and now you've excelled to, again, one of the hottest DJs in the whole city. Free Fridays, Monarch. You known across the whole Minneapolis area, and now I know you said a couple years ago you went on tour with Chance. You made a collab with King Louis, man. Like, how did that all come about, man? Because your story, like, low-key, like, we talking about this right now, your story, low-key, like, it's kind of great if you just, like, tell it, like, step by step. So, like, walk me through, like, all that, bro. Like, you went from 0 to 100, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you and just, you know, get my story out there, because I did a lot of stuff from the city. You know how people always say, oh, like, you know, Minneapolis never get looks. Minneapolis never get love. Yep. And I think that, you know, I can share my story. Like, some of these things can be done. Naturally, I'm more introverted though. Like, it's crazy because I be going on stage, everybody like, oh, you living this crazy life. You got the bottles. You know, and that's one thing that's true. But like, man, like today I'm in a sweatsuit. I ain't even know it was hot outside because I was in the crib. Like, I've been in the crib for a week. I just sit inside. So I'm happy that you're giving me the opportunity to kind of tell it.
No problem, man.
But really what it was like I had just did maybe 1 or 2 parties at Monarch. And we'll talk about how I got started at Monarch. We kind of skipping around. But
no, it's all good.
I had did 1 or 2 parties at Monarch. And I can't remember who it was, but I remember a promoter was doing a King Louis show and they wanted me to DJ the show. And so I'm like, all right, cool, I'll come DJ the show. And I was DJing the show and I was just wrecking that shit, and then I just shot my shot. I'm like, hey, what's up? What y'all got going on? I'm trying to work. And his manager was like, all right, you doing your thing. Give me your number. I'm thinking, whatever. I just gave him my number. It is what it is. I'm up eating rooftop in Uptown on a Sunday. And this is literally like maybe 4 days later. I'm eating on the rooftop and I get a call. I'm like, hello? He like, hey, this King Louis manager. You want to go on tour with Chance the Rapper? I said, man, shut the fuck up, man. Somebody heard, you know, somebody must have heard me talking to him or something or whatever. But no, he was just like, he really snapped on me. He was just like, hey, man, you trying to work? What you trying to do? That, you know, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely trying to work, but I was scared. I was like, can I call you back? Like, right. And he he like, no, can you be in San Diego in the morning? I was like, all right, I gotta go. So I drove straight to my mom's house. Was like, Ma, I think I'm finna go on tour. King Louis. She like, I know who King Louis is. He's been shot. I'm like
she was worried at first.
Because my mom, a church woman, pastor, all of that. She like, you gotta be safe out there. I told my mom, like, Ma, I got money. If something go down, we flying straight back. It is what it is. I gotta go out there and take this opportunity. Mm-hmm. And as soon I just flew out there, and he was just like, we at this arena. I'm like, arena? He like, yeah, we at this arena.
So it wasn't even, sorry to cut you off, but so it wasn't even like a planned situation. He just said, man, if you trying to work, like, man, get your ass in San Diego, right, like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I mean, like, after that conversation, like, after my mom, I did, you know, probably skip a part. Like, me, I had another conversation with him, like, yeah, I'm gonna come out there. He was like, all right, here go the tour. It's with Chance the Rapper. This, like, he gave me the rundown, but it still was so quick. Like, it really felt like, you know, I get the call, I'm in front of 10,000 people. It was that quick. Like, me and Louis ain't really get to meet like that before the first show. Like, we definitely built a relationship on the tour. On the tour, yeah. But really, the first time I met him, it was just like, you know, we at this arena, go get your credentials, your sound check coming up. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about sound check? And they like, we performing here with all of these seats. You know, it's probably 10,000 seats. And at the time, I'm probably 20, you know? Yeah. And Louis just come out the back, and there go Louis right there. He like, what up? I'm Louis, whatever. We introduce it. Let's go do sound check. It's time to work. Like, and that's one thing I learned when I was on tour is like, nobody out there trying to chase girls. Nobody out there trying to yeah, like people can party. Don't get me wrong, but that's not why.
Yeah, you trying to make your chicken at the end of the day.
Everybody trying to get some bread. Everybody trying to make it out the situations that they in. We all from the city. They from Chicago, obviously. Yeah. I'm from Minneapolis. But like, I'm looking at it like I'm not finna fuck up nothing.
It's a business opportunity. Like this shit could really this shit could change your life for like forever. You know what I'm saying? Like this opportunity only comes once in a while, and shit, amen to the man upstairs, man. He blessed you with that shit for real.
For real, like I said, I'm introverted. This really my first time, I promise you, ever talking about this. I ain't never, my brother right there, I talk about the situation, but I never really talk about. Like,
that's because you humble though. Like you let your work speak for itself. So, which is why you got the call. Like Deion Sanders says this shit all the time on ESPN. Like, if you ball, you get the call. And shit, you was balling at Monarch. That the one time that he came there, he saw you DJ and shit. Like, that's how you knew you won. You was in there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, like, and then also just not, when that opportunity come, not being scared. Because I know people be capping, bro. We all go through that. When I'm turning around and I'm DJing and Louis there and he's standing right behind me, like, I'm from Minnesota. I know every word to BON before I DJ any song for him. I knew every word. And like, he may not be the biggest artist in the world, but if you from North Minneapolis, you know. And so he's sitting behind me and I'm like, damn, this nigga behind me, how am I gonna win? Like, how am I gonna figure this out? I'm like, man, just stop it. Don't be pussy. That's the only way I can say it. Don't be pussy. Turn around. I said something. Manager like, you doing your thing, and that's it. And
that's all you needed, though.
That's it. And then once somebody give you the look, again, don't be scared. Like, some of the places I performed at is crazy. I mean, I'm at Oracle Arena. Louis, buy us all Warriors jerseys. This when KD with the Warriors. Like, I'm like, they hyping me up too. Look, cause I'm young. They older than me. They hyping me up. Like, hey, I heard Curry coming. I'm like, ooh. I'm just thinking, like, man, and whole time when I'm DJing, everybody look like ants. Yeah. I'm looking out there like, I know he out there. Like, he out there somewhere watching this show right now. Everybody, I'm fans of them at the end of the day. Like, when we go to we went to the Kings Arena back on the first, like, year that thing opened. And I had showed up late. I forgot what the reason was. But I was late. And all of a sudden, they all come off the elevator. They all sweating and shit. They like, yeah, we was just playing on the Kings court. Bro, I'm like, what?
Hell, dog.
I'm like, what? Man, I should have been out there, man. Like, it's so many stories. Like, that's probably another podcast in itself, playing again.
Just playing on the
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna send you some video, man. Like, the Migos was out there, Offset and them playing and shit, Quavo and them playing. Like, them videos that went viral in that time on that tour.
That's so loud, bro. I just want to hoop on the court. That's all I want to shoot. I want to shoot.
I want to play so bad. Because at the time, I'm 20, so I still got game.
You still got the game, yeah. You still got the house.
I said, let Offset bet me 40,000. Watch what happens. Let Offset bet me.
Listen, do not let any of these celebrity rappers, I promise to God, them niggas put up 20K on a game. I'm working.
It's over.
Yeah. You better stop playing with me. Listen, no disrespect to all them niggas. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They challenge me. I'm busting their ass. Except like G Herbo or Lil Durk, like them niggas can hoop.
Man, boy, they gonna get their little ass posted up. What you talking about? Ain't nobody finna beat me with Lil in their name, bro. We talking about basketball. We talking about basketball. I still be like I wanna. That's one of the things I wanna do this summer. Hopefully, if COVID and all that calm down a little bit. Is maybe like put on a community game and give the money to something like a good cause, exactly. And figure that out. I don't know though, you know how things. I don't want to promise or commit to nothing.
Yeah, no, it's always just a thought, and especially with everything going on with all this racial injustice that's going on right now, like that would probably be the perfect opportunity just to bring the whole community together. White, black, Asian, Mexican, just man, come hoop, get a 5-on-5 team, and you know what I'm saying, just come get this work, like.
Right.
Team, whoever win, get a trophy, and all that money just gonna be donated to a cause.
Yeah, cause when I think about over north, we don't really have. Some places had that already. Like you think of Dykeman in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like it's going down.
Yeah. Like
and it's for a good cause too. It's usually I bet you it probably don't be a lot of street stuff going on there because everybody know man, we just trying to play basketball for a good cause. There's kids out there. In Minneapolis, we got the parks and we got things, but we don't have this is where everybody. Well, actually, you know what? Hold on, real quick. Shout out Run and Shoot, because Run and Shoot is probably the closest thing we got to that, right?
Shout out Run and Shoot.
I played in Run and Shoot.
Oh, did you?
Coach Jamil and all them. Run and Shoot used to be cracking, but I don't know, man. It's just so much going on in the world. We don't know what's gonna happen.
I just really think like with Minneapolis, like niggas like us, we see the vision of what could be.
Yeah.
But like not everybody sees the vision. Like the difference between us and somewhere in New York where they play like at Dykeman Park, like they all see the vision because that's like the mecca of basketball over there. You know what I'm saying? So they all was just like, oh yeah, let's get together. Like let's start a hooping game. Like 95% of the city can hoop, so like why not?
I think that also though, like there's a sense of like you got to take pride in where you from too though. Like, you know, when you talk to somebody from Brooklyn, they like, yeah, I'm going to the games. I'm from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Like, we from Harlem, right? Why we not going to the Rucker? Like, you know, with us, we like, man, don't nobody want to go see so-and-so play. Like, you know, but we got to take pride in that. And, like, some of our people who may not have made it to the league, but still some great players.
Some great players, yeah.
And if they playing at let's go watch. Let's go support that. And let's pay $1 to get in, and we can get that money too.
Bro, like $1 will go so far with so many people in this city too. Like that's the crazy thing. Man, let's get back on topic though. That's a nice little rant we had though. So one of the questions I had for you, so I know you DJ and then you also promote too. So my question is, what does it go hand in hand, or like do you see some sort of conflict going on with DJing and promoting? Because that's basically like two jobs almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a conflict with it. Like I said, I try and make sure that I keep everything independent, and so whatever I can do, then I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm not gonna just give out jobs for free. I definitely put people on. Like my records speak for itself. But also, on the flip side of that, like when it's something like Monarch and you dealing with a small capacity, you want to make sure that you're doing things the right way and handling your business the right way.
Right, and I mean, shit, Free Friday, like tomorrow, like it's going to be packed. Like hopefully we're not
Free Friday, June 26th.
Yeah, let them know. So hopefully, like we don't. Again, with all this COVID nonsense, that's the shit that fucked everything up. Like hopefully you can get hopefully we can get a sellout crowd there, and you go back up there and just perform your ass off. Cause you know what's my favorite thing about going to Monarch, bro? Every time I'm sitting there slapped like in a VIP section, I hear that Polo Scott. I'll be in that hoe rolling because you be tapping the shit out that button, bro. That shit be having me weak, bro, every time.
Nah, but look, I kid y'all not. When I walk around, like when I go places, like it be funny. Like people just be like Polo Scott. Like I'll be just walking somewhere, be me and one other random person in the room. It be like a little white girl or something. She be like,
that shit's so funny, bro. Like, that shit live, but it's like funny because every time I walk into Monarch, I literally think, damn, I already know who the DJ tonight gonna be.
Yeah. Oh, you gonna know. Like, that's the thing. Like, you gonna know who's there, who DJing. Like, you gonna. I want to make sure that I'm branding myself, especially because I'm doing so much independent. You know, if I had this big machine behind me, it wouldn't matter so much. You know, but I don't got no sponsors, nobody opening the door, so I want to make sure that you know, like, hey, who you supporting, and that you supporting somebody who's, you know, who doing most of the right stuff. You know?
Yeah, you already know, and the thing is, like, when I see you, like, you carry yourself well, you carry yourself in a professional manner. You're not being like belligerent, like to the point where like, oh, this dude's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like you carry yourself with great mannerism. Like, a lot of people respect that.
I take pride in that, bro. Like, I mean, even like I started DJing, even when I was DJing and start making a little bit of money, like I made sure I went back to school. I finished my degree that I started. You know what I mean? And like, I just take pride in being professional. It's gonna be a lot of people out there who could DJ better than me, who could scratch better than me, but is their business gonna be better than mine? And that you know, that's gonna go a long way. If you just an asshole, because you hear that about a lot of people.
Oh, dude,
they just assholes. I make sure that like I'm respectful and that I'm always on time. Like people, that's another thing that like a lot of club owners say. Like, damn, you here 30 minutes early? Of course.
You got to get the sound right. You got to make sure everything.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm putting a good product out there. Like I don't want to come and they be like, oh, he was unprofessional, he was talented, but we had to deal with him smoking weed.
Really just kills like some people's career, and that you just want to keep it. And that's what I learned like when I was in the league. Like you literally have to keep everything like professional, business oriented, because again, like if you're not gonna do it, they're gonna find someone else that will. Maybe he might not be as good, but he gonna be a little bit more professional. And that's what and respect, that's what people don't understand. Respect goes a long way. Like if you're respected in the city, if you're respected by club owners, like they're gonna keep bringing you back for more and even bigger events, like even around the city. Like the owner of Monarch could be friends with the owner of like Armory, and they could be having Drake, for example, come. They'd be like, oh, I got a DJ for you. The dude that comes to my spot, Polo Scott. Like, yeah, he's cold, like professional, all that.
I mean, it go even deeper than that. Like, I can't tell you the amount of people that I met who have offered me like business opportunities even outside of DJing. Like, somebody telling me like, hey man, I see you doing a little bit of money, and if you ever want to get into real estate, I do this, this, and that. And it's legit, you know, more than just DJing. Yeah, you get put on with those, but then also it's other things like stuff you couldn't even think of, where they be like, oh, you the DJ? Oh man, look man, I work at this church. Like this, you know, this is what we do. And just it's crazy the amount of people that you meet when you're doing something like that.
That's crazy, because you're just a big community figure at this point. Like you're establishing yourself not only as a DJ, but as a community man, where you can go out and people know you and respect you. They're not gonna be like, hey, Polo, you a hoe for that shit you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get that. You don't get that. What's the word I'm looking for? You don't get that image about you. You professional. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the one time that people kind of get it like, you know, messed up about me is how quiet I am, and they might think I have an attitude or something. And I like, that's one thing that even as I'm doing these, like as I'm meeting with people, talking to people like you, I want to convey that, like, man, like that, like Summer Walker, that shit real, man. Like sometimes I don't get it as bad as her, but like sometimes when I be in them crowds, my brother will tell you, I'll be like, yo, B, I gotta get up out of here, man. And he like, you performed in front of 15,000 people, and you at Crave, and you like, it's too many people around you. Yeah, it's too many people drinking my bottles. I want to go home. Like, it's just certain things where, like, you know, and I think people might think that I might be a little standoffish because of that, and it's really just like, you know, I'm an introverted person. But when I get on that stage, when the lights is on, I'm gonna perform.
Yeah, it's like putting on a football helmet.
Yeah, cause y'all be crazy. Like you see a football player, he just. Boy, he want to hit somebody. He mad.
That shit really, and when I tell you that shit really real, like especially like, it really started for me when I got to JUCO, because JUCO was a totally different ball game. It's like eat or be eaten, you know what I'm saying? Like, boy, there's so many times I just had to fight myself out of a situation, and I put on my helmet, I'm just like, man, I'm finna go crack a nigga right now, like, I'm finna go let this nigga have it type shit. And that's the same thing with DJs. As soon as you spin that little thing, it's over with.
Yeah, it's like the way I look at DJing is like, it's me versus 300 or me versus 500. Like, and I just want to get 85%. If I can get 85% of them 500 people dancing, I'm winning, right?
You winning, you eating. Because obviously there's going to be them bougie people, that bougie 20% in the corner just sit here, swing.
There's some people you're not going to win with. Like, one of the craziest things about DJing is the request, bro. Like,
oh, man.
It's people who come up to you and request number 19 on Lil Baby album, which I love number 19, but do all 85, you know what I'm saying? Like, they, you know, a lot of people, the first thing I learned about DJing is it's not about me at all. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, like, cause I be listening to old school R&B. I be chilling, listening to "There's something in my heart, something in." But at the end of the day, if Finito does it, yeah. And I'm providing a service, bro. It's like at a restaurant. You may not eat seafood, but if they order that and you the server, serve them up.
Serve them up, yeah. Let them have it.
Exactly.
And the energy in Monarch every time I go there is lit every single time, because the way you mix you mix a great mix of like Chicago music, and then you got like top tier pop music, and then you got some underground hip hop. Like, you got a whole bunch of just different things.
You snitching, you giving away my formula. You a rat.
Hey man, we can't edit that whole out.
No, but yeah, like that's one thing. Like I make sure that I do sets when I DJ. Like, next time you hear me DJ and people listening to this, they gonna notice this. I'm gonna give away the game.
I'll be there tomorrow, so you know what I'm saying?
All right, so listen for this. I'm gonna give away the game. Like, what I'll do is I'll say, all right, I'm gonna go and do 4 Chicago records. Then I'm gonna do 4 twerk records. Then I'm gonna do 4, and I do it in sets. And I'll put, before I go to like twerk, like I'll do Chicago, and then go do 4 Atlanta records, and then Atlanta could probably get you into some twerking music because they usually do that.
So many different options.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just keep going in them sets, and then I might do 4 African songs. Then I'm, you know, and once you do that, everybody there done heard their favorite song.
Yeah.
And then that energy that I do, cause like, especially like now I done branched out. Like I also work at Medusa, Sold Out Sundays. We got some work that we're gonna do there on Thursdays too. It's some other spots that I've been working with, and I'm just bringing that energy everywhere that I go, and making sure like also you can't play them hood songs all night, man. You don't want nobody to get shot now.
Yeah.
You know, you got
That lick, that Duce mixed with some hood music is a bad combination.
Yeah, it don't turn out right. Yeah, so like I make sure that I always take care of the girls. If you keep the girls coming in, then after that everything gonna they gonna spend some money if you got girls in there. The dudes gonna spend some money.
I'm trying to impress a shorty like here and there, like let me buy you a drink, get a bottle from my section. They gonna come. And I heard on the shout out to Wholesome Podcast, my boy B over there, man. I heard on that podcast like you bring a bottle of Douce, they coming every single time, like. So I
thought he was about to I thought he was about to ask me a question about that podcast, but I was lit and I don't remember nothing that he said on that. I don't remember nothing I said. I don't remember nothing he said. So he's about to ask me a question. I was just like,
I was gonna say like you said in the podcast a bottle of Douce will keep them coming. So I was just like, damn, that shit real because I done had a section before and we don't order Douce, 1942. All of a sudden, I'm seeing random females in my section. Like, what's going on? Like, where y'all come from? You know what I'm saying?
I'll say this. At least if I remember what I was saying was true. I still believe that too. I believe that right now. Fact.
So this lifestyle that you live, you know, everyone wants to call it like a rock star lifestyle, and you call yourself an introvert, which I can see it. I can see it a little bit. How do you cope with being an introvert, but like when you gotta flip that switch and turn into a rock star, like how does like go ahead with that process with me, like?
Yeah, like I mean I am introverted, but that's something also that kind of was natural. Like, you know, I always wanted to be like the star of the show of whatever something I was doing. Like I was like I said, trying to rap, I'm trying to hoop, I'm trying to make sure if I'm hooping, I'm playing point guard. If we playing football, I want to play quarterback. And so, like, it's something that always came with what I was doing anyway. And so, like, it's just one of them things that you got to get over that hump. You just got to talk to yourself and just be like, you can do this. You made for this. You built for this.
But you love it. But you love the rock star life, like, secretly. Like, secretly, you just love, being in front of a crowd of 5,000, 10,000.
Yeah, that's fun.
Living that life, and, you know, you could even, like, go to an after party and have some shorties pull up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like all that stuff is fun. Like, you know, it just, I would say like, sometimes I'm introverted. Sometimes, you know, I'm doing what I do. It depends on who around me. You know, if I rock with you, then I'm out. You know, it is what it is. If my brother with me, then I know that I'm good and I'm different. Like it's different than if I'm just traveling by myself. Sometimes you got to thug it out. People don't see all of that on Instagram. People don't see the shows where we drive 3.5 hours to Winona and got to perform out there, and you the only black person within 4 hours. You know, and so like in them situations, I'm introverted. Like, you know, some guys can see that crowd and jump on the table and mosh pit and jump in the crowd. I'm not. Come on, man.
Too big for all that.
Come on, man.
Like, too big for all that.
Yeah, so like, I'm just not, it's just certain situations. It's depending on where it is and what you're going to get out of me. I don't like being in a new environment. At Monarch, I'm not introverted there. That's my club. Like, you know, but when I go to other spots, it's a little bit different, you know?
Basically, you top notch in the city, doing your thing. There's a lot of younger, like in this younger generation that we have, there's a lot of people that are looking up to you and they want to do what you do. What advice would you give to the younger homies that's trying to be a promoter, they're trying to be a DJ, and they're just trying to put on for their city wherever they go?
Yeah, man, I would just say like you really got to put in that work. Like, make sure that you working hard 24/7. Try and utilize every hour that you got, and then don't wait on nobody. The work part, everybody say that. That's kind of cliche, but you got to make that's a part of it. So you got to say
of course,
it. But also, everybody looking for like I can't. You might get somebody who help you out and put you on. Like I said, I done helped out a lot of people and put a lot of people on. But you might not. Like I don't think I ever opened for a DJ in the city like where they was like, I want him to open for me.
Yeah.
It was kind of just me like. I'm banging down the owner of Monarch's door. YP, shout out YP. YP introduced me to him, and I'm bringing in business plans, PowerPoints, and all that. And he gave me my own night where I was the only DJ. But sometimes people don't reach down, and if they don't reach down, then what you gonna do? You gotta kick that door down for yourself. You can't wait for nobody to do it. Yeah. So like, if ain't nobody coming, and you hear a lot of people like, man, everybody hating, don't nobody support nobody.
I hear that too many times.
It is what it is. Like, that's true. People don't support people, but it is what it is. You gotta just try and kick that door down. Cause I could tell you now, like a lot of places, especially in Minneapolis, don't want to open the door to new people.
They just want to stay comfortable, keep their own what they got going on.
Yeah, but I'm gonna force you to open that door when I'm out selling you every week, and you looking like, dang, he did what numbers again? Well, let's just bring him in one night and see what happens. Damn, he brought that crowd to us too. Mm-hmm. And then at that point, you numbers don't lie. At that point, you got to take what you get. And so, just make sure that when you putting in that work, you're not waiting on no handout, and you doing what you got to do.
For the bunch of people that's going to watch this and that do look up to you, or they do have a aspiring dream to become a DJ or promoter. Tell the people how many times you've been told no. Because I don't think because people see the product of what you made for yourself, but people never ever see the grind, the grit, the no's, the maybes that you probably heard throughout your entire career. Go ahead, tell the people how many times you've been told no.
Like I mean, to be honest, bro, I try not to even pay attention to that piece. Like I be focusing on the wins and thinking about how I could replicate that. Like my main thing, whoever want to make some money, my main thing is how do I get free Fridays at a second location on Saturdays? Mm-hmm. How do I, like that's just what it is. If I focus on them times, cause you right, they there, bro. Like, man, I used to be on some nut shit too, bro. I remember emailing clubs. I'm cold. I got a whole bunch of followers. Please book me, please. But if I keep thinking about that, then I'm not thinking about the next time that I'm gonna win.
So what about do you have like local Minnesota artists trying to like come to you like to play their songs? I know you probably had that before.
Yeah, that's
you don't got a name drop. Nah, we're not name dropping on the show, but I know you don't have probably a lot of like different Minnesota.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Like again, when I say I take pride in the service, like people will offer you real money to play their songs, which I appreciate. But on the flip side, like. I'm like, what amount of money does it take to compromise my craft? So really, I tell them like this. I show love. Like you can, some of the people. I think you interviewed Hollywood Swervo. Did y'all interview him?
No,
or am I tweaking? Okay.
But I know who that is though.
Like for example, he had a song he did with FBG Duck. Mm-hmm. I liked the song as soon as I heard the song. I'm playing it for free. I don't want no money, And so like that's usually what I tell people. If it's hot, we gonna get it on. If it's not, then we not. Chase a Bag is another one. Chase a Bag to me had one of the hottest songs in the clubs in the city with that song Lean last year, which is like, if it's hot, Anemic Revenue is another one, where it's like, them people ain't paying me nothing. Them songs is good songs.
They just good quality music. Yeah.
Exactly. And a lot of people would think like, man, he must want a bag. That's why he's not playing my music. No, you need to make better music.
Yeah, so it comes down to at the end of the day though, like.
That's what it is, because some of them songs, bro, I done seen, this ain't never happened to me, thank God, bro. I done seen DJs take that $25, take that $50, and I seen a DJ get an ice cube thrown at him. Boo! Stop playing that shit. Yeah, you was thirsty for $20.
Damn.
And if somebody throw an ice cube at me, I'm gonna throw it back. Yeah, but I'm just saying that never happened to me, but that's partially his fault. If he don't take no ownership in that's his fault. Why is you taking money to play?
Because now that I think about it, you damn near don't even know his song like that. Whoever was to offer you, your credibility is actually on the line. Because if you low-key play like one trash-ass song, they gonna look at you like, the fuck, like fire the DJ. Fuck is he playing? You know what I'm saying? So damn, yeah, not an Ice Cube.
Yeah, man.
I actually got a funny story to tell about Soulja Boy. So I went to University of North Texas. It's a predominantly white school, but there's a bunch of black people that go down there. So Soulja Boy actually came to perform one time at this big venue. Probably had about 2,000-3,000 people, and this is just like a college town. You know what I'm saying? So he came down, had a good ass show. It was busting. Like he was just like, hey, yeah, you know how Soulja Boy is. Like Soulja Boy music hit or miss almost. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, hey man, I fucked with the crowd so much. I'm gonna show y'all my new shit. Oh. When I tell you, the beat didn't even drop. Everybody said boo and walked out, bro. Just walked out the whole like venue, and it's like 1:30. Like you know, everything go to like 2. Yeah. Everyone said just was booing, throwing shit at him.
I take that back. I have been booed one time in my life.
And I was finna ask you what the funniest DJ moment you ever had. Here we go.
My dumb ass, bro. When I first started DJing, my dumb ass went to DJ a college party at St. Thomas. And this is probably, 2016, something like that. I ain't been DJing that long. So I'm DJing, I'm killing it. It's a lot of white people there, and they loving the hip hop. Right. We got the Post Malone. Everybody screaming, "Wow!" Yeah. And I must have played "Fuck Donald Trump." Them white boys tore my ass up. Boom! Fuck Trump! Fuck you! Like because the people who don't know, St. Thomas, a private school, was it like 40,000 a year?
40,000. 90% is white. 90% of the school is white.
Fuck Trump. Fuck you! Like that's the one time I got booed, and I was just like, it is what it is what it is, man. Fuck them.
I was about to say, man, play your shit. I mean,
yeah,
you played it.
It was funny. It was funny at the time though, cause I was new. Like I don't know if you was at the crib then. My brother back there. But I don't know if you was at the crib then. I probably came home like, did I do something wrong? Should I have not played that song? Like. It is what it is, man. Fuck Trump.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck Trump. Fuck everything you believe in, man. Yeah. But man, no, for real, I appreciate you really hopping on the show, man. Like as soon as you hit me, I hit up Shaun, and I'm just like, oh yeah, we got to get this shit going like right now. Yeah. And I was trying to get this on Wednesday so we could preview it on Thursday, and then boom, you drop. But it might be low key a little bit better if we do it after you just go crazy at Monarch. Tomorrow.
Man, whatever y'all want to do, like I see what y'all doing, man. Y'all doing y'all thing.
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to.
Recognize it, so you know.
It wouldn't be this shit wouldn't have happened without my boy over there, Hibachi Bugs, man. Shout out Hibachi Bugs. Shout him out every show, man. But this is DJ Polo Scott, man. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Monarch Free Fridays. Follow me on Twitter at the Polo Scott.
No, we gonna put your name. We gonna put your name all that at the end. So don't worry about that, man.
Box like right there.
No, we got you, bro. But another episode of Vibrations Podcast, man. DJ Polo Scott, man. Y'all come June 26th, man. Free Fridays, man.
Every Friday after that.
Every Friday after that, man. You want to see the latest DJ in the city, man? Go to Monarch. We also got sold out Sundays at, where is it? Medusa, man.
Just follow my socials. Y'all see all that poloscott.com.
Follow the socials, man. Stay in tune with my boy Polo Scott, man. Appreciate y'all watching this episode. Vibrations Podcast, man. We'll see y'all next episode.